Alright, Lilian. What do you have for me?
I live my life in the shadows.
Stone seems to be shaping up rather well. In time, I believe she will prove to be quite a loyal ally. And Miss Lilian Voss feels a sense of obligation. Well, that's interesting. I must act quickly. Hang on.
There is much to be done.
Oh, this is the follow-up on eavesdropping on Jaina.
What is it you ask?
Oh, there was more. Oh, hang on. Sense of obligation. Derek is free. I have to atone for much with him. There's a rumor of a meeting with Jaina and her brother. Head to Seabreeze Village in Stormsong Valley. I hope there you will be able to find out. Well, let's just say I'm trying to keep the bigger picture in focus. If you found out anything of interest, I would be much appreciative. For now, let's keep this between the two of us.
Keep your guard up.
Ah, Jaina. What a relief to see you safe.
Hello, Calia. Big brother.
Word has spread of what happened at Orgrimmar. Is the war finally over?
It will take time for all the pockets of fighting to be quelled, but... yes, I believe so.
Azeroth has seen so many wars, so much strife. I pray we have earned a respite.
As do I. Have you been able to find peace in your own heart, Derek?
I still have some rough seas to sail, but I'm much better now. Thanks to Calia. Without her guidance, I would have been truly lost.
I'm so grateful you brought us together, Jaina. This time with Derek has helped me as much as it's helped him.
In the wake of this war, others will need to find their footing, their future. Perhaps you could guide them, too.
I'm not sure how much help I could be. I don't have all the answers.
Maybe they don't need answers. Maybe they just need hope. Like I did.
Well said, big brother. Come, let's take a walk. I am so grateful to have you both back in my life. Let's enjoy this moment together.
The hidden need. It's time for the Forsaken to regain the trust of the Hordes. We cannot do that without accepting ourselves. So many feel lost, alone, monstrous. I've arranged the meeting. It could be a big step, or it could go horribly wrong. Either way, you will want to see it. Meet me in Tearsfall Glades near the Bulwark. We will need your help in the coming days, and the more you know, the better off we'll all be. Okay.
Do not linger.
I can meet you at the Bulwark, I suppose. Now, I could fly, but what's the point of getting a crab mount if you're not going to ride it, eh? Alright, so Lilian feels a sense of obligation, and there's a meeting here near the Bulwark.
My lady, thank you for agreeing to meet with me. I am Lilian Voss.
Miss Voss, I once listened to your father's sermons. That was long ago. Forgive me, I haven't introduced my companion. This is Lord Derek Proudmoore.
Lord Proudmoore, you should know that I played a part in the events that led to your undeath. I regret much of what has happened.
Did you see what they did to me in that pyramid? How they tortured my mind? Intended to wield me as a weapon against those I love.
I did not know at first. Once I did, I should have stopped it. Bane Bloodhoof showed the courage I lacked. If I could change the past, I would.
You didn't reach out to offer apologies. Why did you ask us here?
This champion witnessed your kindness toward Lord Proudmoore. How you helped him through his torment. Sadly, he is not the only one who suffered in the war.
Hope is not enough.
Night
Nothing's the
Elf
same
Sentinels.
anymore.
Why are you... by the light?
I feel...
Many fell at Teldrassil. Some were raised into rage and darkness, turned against their own people. They too have been abandoned.
Death is... cold. Even for those who burn.
Calia, I know the pain they suffer. The hopelessness. You must do something for them.
Okay. What? Delaran, didn't I kill you in Darkshore?
My fate. My curse.
Hey! Hey, don't you walk away from me!
I feel...
That meeting went
Nothing.
exactly as I'd hoped. We will speak again soon. There is more work to be done.
I'm guessing that there's RP from the elves that's not quite implemented yet. Okay. Taliessa, by the way, thank you very much for the host right there. Hello, everybody coming over.
Stay sharp.
We're just checking out these little conversations happening on the PTR. Huh. So everybody just upped and left and they were like, yeah, no.
I stand ready to
How
help.
can I escape
So...
this nightmare?
Interesting. Okay, hang on. Thank you for agreeing with me. I'm Lilian Voss. And then Calia mentioned that she listens to Lillian's father's sermons, which was presumably before he joined the whole Scarlet Crusade bit. And of course, if you've done the Forsaken introduction quest line, then you know that Lily and her daddy didn't exactly get along. She was turned into undead. Her daddy was a Scarlet Crusader and he put out a hit on her. And yeah, Lilian didn't take that line down, of course. So this is Derek. You should know that I played a part in the events that led to your death. I regret much of what has happened. Remember how we all felt like, you know, maybe Lilian is like a double agent working for the Rogue Order Hall and stuff? Yeah, that apparently doesn't seem to be a thing. And then did you see to me what they did to me in the pyramids? That's where Bane saw Derek and, you know, he was being tortured and whatnot. This pushed Bane into the whole I will save you. I didn't know at first, and once I did, I should have stopped it. Bane Bloodhoof showed me courage I lacked. If I could change the past, I would. Oh, Lilian. You poor thing. Did the scary Banshee Queen scare you that much? So this kind of nullifies any and all motivation that we had for Lilian for joining up with Sylvanas to begin with, right? Sad times, man. And then you didn't reach out to offer apologies. The champion witnessed your kindness towards Lord Proudmoore. So Derek twisted his mind, brought back by Bane, brought to Jaina, and Jaina brought him to Calia. And then in the last meeting, he told us how Calia has been such a shining light for him in these dark times, and everybody's shipping them now. Fun part is that if you see that final conversation, on the Horde side, you actually get a little cutscene, whereas on the Alliance, you just see the NPCs walk to each other. Okay, so then the Night Elf Sentinels show up. And they're like, many fell at Teldrassil, some were raised into rage and darkness, turned against their own people. They too have been abandoned. Whereas when we talked to the elves that were resurrected, when we talked to them in Darkshore, they were like, I have my own reasons for joining. Because their minds were not taken over, which in my opinion would have made a whole lot more sense than the motivation that we got. Because the motivation that we got was pretty much Elune abandoned them, right? Burning of the tree. In her final moments, she looked up at Elune and she hated Elune for what it done. That was the same with the Warden there. But to go from hating Elune to actively joining the one who actually killed you is quite a big step. And we've discussed this many, many times. And now it seems to be that they were resurrected into rage and darkness. Now, an interesting bit that has been discussed with the whole Lilian questline is, of course, that when you're resurrected, you don't exactly come back the way that you were. To which, Delaran, you might remember from the Sylvanas cutscene where she's like, you can't kill hope. And then Sylvanas is like, can't I? And then she turns her face around and little tears and then everything burns. And she says, death is cold even for those who burn. Calia, I know the pain that they suffer, the hopelessness. You must do something for them. And then there's supposed to be some sort of RP. And then Lilian says, like, okay, that meeting went exactly as I hoped it would. I believe Calia Menethil can help the many who are lost. Does that mean that she becomes the Forsaken leader? Not directly, but she might take over for those that actually, you know, left in the dirt by Sylvanas. I still wonder who's going to take over leadership for the Forsaken, especially since Lilian set this whole meeting up. You kind of imagine that Lilian has a disposition when it comes to the Forsaken. She definitely still feels obligations towards them.
And good morning, everybody. Or afternoon, I should say. They've added the Alliance variation of Lilian's responsibilities.
I will do what I can.
And Jaina would like us to come to the meeting. Hello, I've received word from Calia, asking that we meet with her once again. She has so much to offer those who feel lost, those seeking a better way. Once she's free of doubt, she will know what must be done. Will you join me?
We all have our ghosts.
Will I join you? Sail with the tides.
What would you ask the
Meet
daughter of
Calia.
the sea?
Is this in Stormsong where we last saw them? Yes, it is. Okay, we found a chamber. Hello, Calia. Hello, Derek. Hello, Jaina.
We all have our duty.
My death seems to have given me a new purpose.
May you find. Thank you for coming, Jaina. I wanted you both to know. I have decided to leave Kultiras.
You're leaving? Why?
I received a letter from Lilian Voss of the Forsaken. She asks for my help.
Voss? I've read reports of the crimes she committed on behalf of her war chief. What does she want from you?
The Forsaken lost their queen. For many, it's the second time they've been abandoned. They feel adrift, alone.
But Calia, none of that is your fault.
They are my people, Jaina. My father gave everything for Lordaeron. I wish to honor him and to prove worthy of the name I was born with. The name Menethil.
Right then. So when do we leave?
I cannot ask you to come with me, Derek. Kultiras is your home.
I am a Proudmoore, and I always will be. But I've changed, and it's time to see where the tides will take me.
I understand. Though I will miss you both. Come. Mother and Tandred would never forgive me if I let you leave without a proper farewell.
Okay. Are we actually getting a proper farewell then? Or... Alright. Well, what's interesting is that Calia is... Like, they mentioned Lilian, and we also discussed this during the Horde side, Lilian's motivation as to what she did during Battle for Azeroth. A lot of us were hoping that there's, like, working behind the scenes against the War Chief, inside the infiltration. But as it appears, it was just, like the rest of them, following the orders of the War Chief. Whereas Calia, she still feels a connection to the Forsaken. They are my people. My father gave everything for Lordaeron. Which is interesting. And of course, a lot of wondering, like, okay, will Calia actually take up the mantle of leadership for the Forsaken? It's not impossible, but I feel that if they're going to do that, then they need a whole lot of development first. Considering that a lot of people don't even know what happened to Calia. Like, that story is locked away within a book, right? A lot of people just saw Calia in Legion for the Priest Order Hall. Only priests. And then in Battle for Azeroth, all of a sudden she shows up again. So what exactly can they do in story department to replace someone like Sylvanas? And I feel that it's not impossible. It's just going to take a lot of work. Alternatively, someone like Lilian Voss, who is making arrangements like this, I would personally be a bigger fan of Lilian taking up the mantle. Especially since she had a whole lot of development considering her relationship with the Forsaken in Battle for Azeroth. But only time will tell, I suppose. So I kind of wonder, am I supposed to travel somewhere by myself, or is this just where the PTR questline ends? Nope. I can see like Lilian's old effect that she had on the Scarlets, but I can't find them in a meeting. So I don't know if it's just not in there right now or something bugged out. But this is what we have at the moment, and I'm really curious what they're planning with these Dark Rangers showing up. Because Calia might mention, like, the Forsaken are my people, but Lilian only shows up at the Dark Rangers. So I kinda wonder how that's all going to play out. And of course, Death is a massive threat that they've been playing around with Battle for Azeroth. A nice little side story. And it does appear that in the next patch, it's going to play a bigger part than ever. Well, maybe not ever, because, you know, we've also had Wrath the Lich King. But you know what I mean. Right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed it so far. And until next time.